brother.
Yeah, my brother. What's up?
Yeah, hold on. What's
How you feeling?
Let the guy get himself together real quick. I ain't gonna let you
you got your brother on with you. Oh, that's what's up, man.
What you say?
What's up, man? That's what's up, man. We live? Ooh.
Put my hold on, let me connect you.
All right. You know you brought on the road, but you know I stayed on the road. Huh?
Yo, am I clear? Is the beat clear?
I can hear you.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Am I good?
This is the first time I did this shit. You're good.
All right, good. Yeah.
That's the first time I ever did this, bro. You the first. My first.
Oh, I'm the first one?
Yes, brother.
Yeah, that's the history.
My first interview.
You make history. You know it, man. You know it.
Yo, now, tell everybody a little something about yourself.
From Camden, New Jersey, Trenton, Moore Street. I grew up in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Jersey. Been there all my life.
Yeah.
I've been rapping for about 15 years now. You know, I've been really 43. 43.
Yo, 43. Yo, he got some fire music, Joe.
Yeah, bro, like it's coming along. You know, I was rapping with the young boy Boss Stop out O-Block.
O-Block, okay.
Yeah, King Von and them boys. Lil Durk and them boys. He gonna be on the project. You went out, big bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yup.
All right. So how did you meet?
Well, we were just going back and forth on Instagram for a little bit, and I hit him up. I was like, "Yo, man, you know, I really would like to be a part of the project. You know what I mean? If you ain't got nothing that you're doing." He was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, man, just let people know that what we doing, and we're gonna get this thing together." I was like, "All right, cool." But that's what we trying to reach, big bro. You know what I mean? We trying to snatch them up out of there for real. You know what I mean? I don't know what the rest of these guys are doing out here. It's such foolishness I'll be saying, bro. Like we really snatching them up.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? We really snatching them out of there, man. So I mean, we gonna cook up some fire, man, and we gonna put it out. We gonna do something else.
Yo, I put the studio up that you shut That shit was fire, bro.
Oh yeah, good luck, bro. Appreciate
I like that shit.
I
like that shit, bro. I like that shit.
Yo, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Yo, listen, we shot that in Camden, and it was a boy out there that I knew. He actually came and he left the streets that day, bro. After he seen me out there, yo. A boy I used to run with.
Yeah.
That same day, he was like, "Bro, man, you just encouraged me to leave these streets, bro."
That's what it is.
Yo.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I first started rapping, I was like in the 6th grade, bro. Do a bubblegum rap. I already seen what my life is.
Yeah.
But know what made me love hip-hop in the 6th grade?
What?
Whose House?
Yeah. Yeah.
Changed your life forever. What was the song that changed your life forever that made you love this hip-hop culture?
Nas is like.
Yeah.
Nas is like. That was. I feel like that was what really made me see just how ill something could be put together. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that song was just well put together, man.
Yeah.
And that changed my perspective. It changed my perspective on hip hop a lot.
Yeah,
that one song. Because I mean, you had Primo. I mean, it was tough. You know what I'm saying?
And then it really changed my life. When I heard that motherfucker.
You heard what?
The symphony.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo, it's my.
You good?
Okay, it's working. The symphony changed my life forever, bro.
Yeah. That symphony crazy.
Yo, Big Daddy was nervous since then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kane, long live the Kane.
My favorite rapper?
Yeah, who's your favorite rapper?
Oh man, I haven't really been listening to too many people.
I'm talking about back in the day. Favorite rapper.
Oh, I would have to say AZ.
AZ, Picasso.
AZ.
He's Picasso, the wordsmith.
Yo, bro. Yo, man, he was. I mean, I just loved it. I loved his voice. I loved how he put words together.
Yeah.
It was just real to me, man. I just loved his style. He's still doing it. So I think
he's still doing it. I got his last one. Definitely.
Yeah, bro. He just threw something out. So he's still hooking it up, man.
Yeah.
It's good to see he's still out there.
I fell with him for a long time. I was locked up. When I came home, the tongue. It was in the 98. 50 Cent was in the tunnel with his first song.
Okay.
I was like, yo, I'm digging this little nigga. I know. I'm still out there peddling hustling. Pull another case. Now I go away. I then I go to the halfway house. And by the time the halfway house, this was 2001, 2002. That 50 Cent was dropping all the mixtapes.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It was the CDs. I didn't know nothing about CDs. Wait, it wasn't no CD.
Yeah, it wasn't ready, right.
Yo, I got all the CDs. Started banging that shit. And I was like, yo, this thing gonna be love hip hop again.
Oh yeah, 50. I mean, you know, 50 when he first came out, bro, 50 was he was on fire for real.
Yeah.
And how he came out really, that's what made everybody look at him, man. He came out dissing everybody. I mean, no, it ain't been too many people who did it like that. Just come out just going ham on everybody.
Yeah. And shit, he made mixtape songs. He remixed the beats and the lyrics and his own shit.
Yeah.
And the shit be hollering up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? ain't that? Oh no. Is that how he did he do that to Ja Rule one time? Or did he? I know he did it to somebody. I don't know if it was
a lot of people. Yo, he did it to Timberland. He did it to Missy Elliott. He did the Buster. He did the Biggie. He mixed that shit. He made that shit his own. That's a true knowledge of a genius right there.
Oh yeah, it's genius movie, man. You can tell you're very intelligent too.
What's up? Peace to the chat. We in there with my brother from Jersey, first time, one of the hottest lyricists in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Salute to and yo, everybody, peace to the guys. Yo, peace to my little brother. We here, baby. Everybody, I gotta get my order. Peace. I'll see you here. You know what I'm saying? Who else saying? I like to show love to everybody. Jason Reeves, salute to Chaz 1870. Stay Sleep TV to you. Apple salute. Tariq Baker. New Jersey salute. There's an echo. It's a
little bit. Just a little bit.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you clear.
You hear me? Yeah. You hear me? Any echo?
Nah, I don't hear no echo.
All right, yo, we hear y'all. Well, yo, Tariq Baker was just oh, the echo's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone.
All right, cool. Hawk Strong, salute. What's up, man? All right, now, Christawn, tell us more, man. Tell us more, man. Tell us more about your growing up in Camden, man.
Well, me personally, I went out. I was from the suburbs.
Okay.
So when I went out there at the age of 16 years old, and I started to hang with some of my friends and my cousins and stuff, and I just really started to go out there a lot at that age.
All right.
I didn't start really selling drugs and really doing all that street stuff until like 19 years old. At 19 I went out there and I was selling on the street called Moore Street under a dude named Buck, and I was his left hand man. I was the go-to. I was one of the go-to.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I understand that street life like the back of my hand, bro. Like, yeah. I was out there for a long time, and I was taught how to move. Like, I never got locked up. I never got nobody even put their hands on me out there, bro. That's how I wanted it. You know what I mean? I wanted to be dangerous like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I was riding out there. But bro, I mean, we see on the internet these fake dudes that be out here talking crazy and talk. It's so irritating, man. I'm glad you're giving it to these fools, man. Like real talk.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is. You know what it is, man. I'm from the Big TV. Oh, my brother Ozo Olo. Indeed, bro. Same to you, bro. Same to you. Yo, now go ahead. Finish telling me, man. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Is the echo back, y'all? All right.
Yeah, big bro, I had a call.
You got a call?
Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. So tell me, son, did you ever join any gangs, any sets or anything when you was growing up? Oh, hold up. I said, did you ever join any gangs or set when you was growing up? Yo, come out and come back in. Come out and come back in. Let yourself out, take yourself out and come back in. You heard me? Hold up, let me see. Oh, okay, I got you. Hold up. I'll text you right now. Text you. Hello? All right, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? The King, New Jersey. I'm back here. I'm waiting for my guest, Christawn, the Camden native, Camden, New Jersey need to pop back in. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. We're back.
That's a lot better right there.
Yeah, so did you have any games?
I wasn't a part of any game, but the set that I was with, we was known for just being wild.
Okay. Like your block. You know,
right.
Jersey.
Yeah, we
when I was growing up, the block.
Yeah.
This project. So that's how we get it.
That's how we do it. You know how we do it. Jersey, we a little different.
But how did the hold on. I said, how did the gang culture pick up hip hop? Yo, turn your car radio on. Turn your car radio off. All right. Better?
Good.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Your radio, bruh. It was your car radio. Yo, good looking, bruh. Yo, so how did the gang culture come to Camden, New Jersey and mess it up? You can't hear me? How did the gang culture come to Camden, New Jersey and mess it up? Pop in and pop out, bro.
There we go.
Oh, you got it? All right. So I was saying, how did the gang culture come to Camden, New Jersey and mess it up? When did it come?
Could you turn yourself up a little bit more?
All right. I said, when did the gang culture come to Camden, New Jersey and mess it up? You hear me?
When did it come to Camden?
Yeah. Yes, when did it come to Camden?
You a little low, big bro.
Turn your phone up. Turn your phone up.
Go ahead.
I said, when did the gang culture come to Camden? Oh, still low?
Yeah, it's a little low. I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I had it on.
Pop out, and pop back in.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Peace. All right, this is my first time doing the interview, so you gotta excuse me. The live is a little shaky right now because I'm learning the tricks and trades of this thing. Yo, you hear that, right? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Yo, is your phone connected to your radio? Is your phone connected to your radio, bro? You got earpiece? Put your earpiece in.
Okay.
Put your earpiece in. It might work better. Yo, so how everybody doing this morning? My man get his wires together. How everybody doing? Yo, I'm walking with y'all too. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Jersey stand up. Jersey show love to Jersey. You got a Bluetooth, bro? Yo, you got Bluetooth? All right, he gonna pop back in. Let me see.
I'm gonna hop out and hop back in. I'm gonna hop back in. All right.
For you silly Gilly the Queen ass cats, get the 49311. For you fat boy ass niggas, you Queens flip ass Negroes, get the 49311. Like I said, peace to the Foxes Nation of guys and nerves, man. We make it do what we do. We don't play with these niggas, man. We get rid of these niggas. That's what it is. All right, we got my brother back in the building.
Yeah, it is. I can hear you, bro.
You good now? Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I don't know what. Sometimes these connections be bad, bro.
Yeah, man. Driving through.
Like when I was on Fat Joe Live, it was the connection was like a little bad too.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I don't know why that be happening.
Yeah, but so when the gang said Camden, how bad did the property value and value of Camden living go down?
Right.
And like what year was it?
It was around like 2014.
Oh, what? The gang said Camden in 2014?
Not it wasn't really strong like that. In 2014, that's when they really started to be active.
Oh, okay.
That's when they started to really get active, and that brought our murder rate. I think in 2015 was the most dangerous city in the country.
Yeah.
One of them years, 14 and 15.
Yeah, that's
I remember. Yeah, the killing was from the gangs out there was going crazy.
So how did the old heads combat that?
They didn't.
So they let the prisoners run the asylum, basically.
Exactly. You know, they let them just come in there and take it over. I mean, nobody really wasn't trying to fight them like that. They just let them do what they did.
All right.
It wasn't no war, no gang.
All right. What about Grape Street? Grape Street Crips. They basically came into fruition in North Elizabeth, Overton, New Jersey. North Elizabeth, Overton, New Jersey, where the Grape Street Crips came in, and they came in around like, the Grape Street came in. The Grape's been active here since life. I left in 2003. When I came back to visit my grandmother in 2011, the Grape Street was already. They had a stranglehold on Elizabeth, North, and Everton. That was like 2010, 2011. They had a stranglehold on Elizabeth, North, and Everton. That was like their main hubs. It was the Grape Street Crips. Before that, it was the Futon Blend, and they came in like the early 2000s. That's when they really started popping in Jersey and Elizabeth. Early like 2001, 2002. The Futon, they came in, Grim. So yeah, they've been here a minute, but I've been knowing Bloods and stuff since I was in high school in '92.
Yeah, wow.
This motherfucker came from Cali. Motherfucker came from Long Beach. It's not that many blood sets in Long Beach, but it's like one or two that people don't really know about. And he was from a blood set in Long Beach because when I went back with him to visit his family, I met a lot of them. It's not a big set, but it's a set.
Crazy.
Definitely crazy, man.
Yeah.
So what's up? Fruitown Brim? Yeah, that's the same thing. Fruitown Brim is the same thing, bro. It's Fruitown Brim. Yeah, matter of fact, my my nephew / little cousin, he's the triple G over there. You know what I'm saying? He's triple over there. He locked up right now. He got another 2 years. Push Brim. Come on soon, bro. I hear Davenport. Come on soon. We got you, baby. You know you always got you with the free cipher. All right. Now, that Soldier Boy said that he under my nephew. So, Christawn, but so tell me, so what's that gang culture came into? Push Brim gang.
Brim gang.
So when that came in, how did you handle that shit?
Me personally, I stayed away from it.
Oh, you stayed away from it?
I stayed away from it. I really didn't mingle with them or do no type of business with them or nothing like that. I just kind of just let them live out there. I didn't really go at any of them at all. It was plans and stuff to try to do stuff like that, but nobody really wasn't doing that like
that. I believe a lot of these older cats was a little scared of these young gangbanging dudes, yo. Real talk. I believe they put fear in their heart.
To this day, they scared of these young boys. I mean, they killing everything, I know, but I mean, we still got to put our foot down in an area that we feel is out of control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know when we was out there, it didn't matter how old you wasn't coming taking over the block. It wasn't happening, yo. It just wasn't going to happen. And that's how we should be out here, man. We can't let these young kings, man, who don't understand the kings, man. We can't let them just run wild.
Okay.
Nowhere, not even in hip hop.
Facts. And it's our duty to chastise these kids.
It is.
But a lot of people are so worried about what the consequences going to be. You wasn't worried about the consequences when you got to serve their mother, making them crack babies. So you shouldn't worry about the consequences. What we got to do to handle these little motherfuckers.
Exactly, bro. These are different breeds, bro. They're a different breed.
Oh, that's a different breed. But let me tell you something. Everybody likes discipline. Everybody likes it. They might not want it. They might not want it, but they like it and they need it. I have more people respect me that I discipline than people that I was extra nice to. Around 2,000 piece. They're not a different breed. They're not a different breed. We just make them think they're a different breed. As my brother said.
Yes.
If we check them the way we got checked by the old heads, they will fall in line than when we fell in line.
They will have to.
They will have to. No choice.
They will have to. Yeah, they will have no choice.
They have no choice to fall in line like us.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, there's too many running scared of them to do that.
TV's fake. Peace, God. Salute. I'm back with it again. Y'all have to deal with the echo in a little while. Let me see. I think it's gotta be my Bluetooth I'm using, yo.
It's a little. I could hear it a little better.
Yeah, it's the Bluetooth. Am I echoing now? A little bit. All right. I'm not too much echo, right? Feedback. Yeah, y'all have to do the feedback because my man in his car, and that's how he do an interview. And I salute him for doing this interview for me. Tell him about your next project coming out, though, bro.
Next project is called Tales from the Street. It is featuring Jada Kiss, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe gonna be on there, Boss Cop gonna be on there, and I'm gonna try to get one other person.
You got Fabulous up there, right? You have Fabulous with Jadakiss up there, right?
Jadakiss, yeah, Jay's on it, yo.
Jay's on it.
Jadakiss, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, the Boss Cop so far. But I'm gonna try to get one more.
One more? Oh, that'd be dope.
Like,
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
If
I can get one more, I'll be good.
Yeah. All right. Boss top. Order. Lay some tracks down for the couple web series, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Also, we rap too.
What'd you say?
Oh, my man up for the big TV. He spit too. He rap too.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Nice. He's nice with a Detroit boy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, from D. Okay, all right.
From the D.
From the D.
Detroit.
That's definitely what's up. Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like this album gonna do a little something for me, bro.
And you know, you got my platform to pop that shit.
Man,
What you think about Redman? What you think about Redman?
I always love Redman. He was just so different, man. He was a different style of rapper that we've ever had seen. He's crazy with it, man. He's the first dude I really thought was like insane rapper.
Yeah.
But he was he stood out.
I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna put one thing up. The last question on X. I'm gonna throw these 5 MCs up. Jersey, best MCs. I'm gonna throw them up right now. And you tell me in what line do they fall in?
And what line do they fall in?
What order would you put them in?
Okay, all right.
Poor Righteous Teachers. Stretch. Dirty by Nature, rather. Redman. God's Effects. Lords from the Underground.
Ooh, Lord. Ooh, them Lord.
Hold up. That's it. You gotta get away. Lords of the Underground. Don't forget the Fugees. Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. So we got
Nucci Rayo. Broadway. Nucci.
Damn, you making me remember these. I forgot about him, bro. Damn, bro.
Illegal Milk Ball.
Damn.
I
remember what Milk Bone. I remember very well, yo. Very well. I used to like him, but people was hating on me because I liked him, man. I was like, oh man, come on, that nigga nice.
I battled that dude the Woodbridge Ball back in was it had to be like around 98, 99. I first came on, I battled the Woodbridge Ball.
Hey, yo. The 80 years.
The full court.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
And I was also got Cool V from Elizabeth. And rest in peace to Biz Markie, because he's from Long Island. He was raised in Elizabeth too.
He was? Somebody had told me he was. Yeah, man.
His first cousin. One of his first cousins was my best friend.
Man, yeah, man.
So I grew up we had block parties in the hood that had Big Daddy Kane, Fuji Rap, Biz Markie, yo, all the block parties perform for us for free.
Yeah, I know that was crazy, yo.
In Elizabeth, they was Eastwick. It was Eastwick, baby. Give us that love.
Yeah. I know why he said, man. Eastwick ain't no joke, man. I know why he said,
Elizabeth niggas got good money back in the day.
Eastwick, man. Eastwick was the Bulls, man.
Nah, but yo, most definitely, bro. When your next project comes out, I want to have your video. I want you to come and talk about it. And I want you to play some of your music so people can hear it. And we can get it popping from there.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of stuff, big bro, man. We're going to hook this thing up.
You know that, bro. You know that.
We're going to make this thing right.
I just run it, bro.
Bro, I know how it is.
Yeah, trying to get this right, man. But
yo, I'm only a hop, skip, and a jump away if you need me, big bro. You already know that.
Bro, I know that for sure. But yo, let me get to the rest of it. I got another try to do
Okay.
I just wanted to mention your love. Y'all check out my boy Chris Town. The name of your new album coming out, bro.
Yeah, the new album's called Tales from the Street. It's gonna be dropping in March of 2022.
March 2022. I bet you gonna have some soon.
Oh yeah. Next year gonna be real crazy.
So let me know, because I'm playing your shit in my background. So send me some points. I play that shit.
I got you, bro. I got you.
All right, bro.
I got you, bro. All right.
Peace. All right, child. This is King of New Jersey. I'm back at you. Where we bullies the bullies at. Yo, check this out, man. Right now, the show is called Am I My Brother's Keeper? Or My Sister Keeper too. Last night, there was a lot of people that was assuming I was going to wake up this morning and be upset with my little brother about something. But you know what? I am my brother's keeper because I would tell my brother the truth whether he likes to hear it or not. You dig? Whether he's mad at me or not, he know he can trust me with his life because even though he didn't want to hear it, I still said that shit. In the 5% nation of gods and earths, we don't conceal, we reveal. That's why we're the 5%, because we show and prove. You know what I'm saying? We show the errors of people's ways. The 10%, they can sell. The 5% don't. So I'd rather my brother be mad at me for telling him the truth than be mad at me for me letting a motherfucker get the drop on him. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know what I'm saying? So I was hot, but that's still my brother. And I'm his keeper as well as he's mine. So Lord Odin, bruh, like I said, here to here, bro, we good. But now let me get to this motherfucker right here, though. Yo, I was scrolling through YouTube, right? And I see Hassan Campbell sitting in Math Hoffa seat. Now, Math Hoffa, I had some respect for because he's supposed to have knowledge of self. The name Math, that shows you math. You know what I'm saying? So he's supposed to have some type of knowledge of self. But what I don't understand is that a brother is supposed to have some type of knowledge of self. Why would he allow a known pedophile to sit in his seats? A known pedophile to answer questions. A known pedophile. To spew ignorance and lies. Because every time, I don't give Hassan Campbell saying something that's right. To me, it's still wrong. Because we do not support pedophilia in this world. Now, in the black community, we don't. The white people may like that shit, support that, but we don't like that shit. We ain't support that shit. And not in my household. So hell no. I don't support this dude. I got Spike and the Mother Star come up here a little bit too. Let me see where she's at. Parcel for a minute. Parcel, where's Spike at? They gotta excuse me 1 second. Gotta make this call, see. Won't she be on? Where you at, girl? All right, click on the link. All right. All right, y'all, we got Spike on the Mother Star. She about to come in. The Queen is about to be in. She read people. Is everybody here? Are we still in the building? Y'all hear the King of New Jersey? I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't know. All right, thank you. Out to me, Stick 777. Salute. Thanks for coming in. Well, Spike and the Mother Star, she's coming in, and she's gonna do some reading for some people. So I'm waiting for her to click this link and come in here. Did you click the link? So let's see how this next one go. Me and my boy Christawn, we did that was a little nice one, you know what I'm saying? That Jersey love. All right. The Queen is in the building.
Peace and love, everybody.
Spike and the Mother Star. Salute.
Peace and love.
Yo, we're going to get into your story real quick. We're going to start from the beginning, and then we're going to start until what you doing now.
All right.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm like a big ass kid. I be having snotty noses and shit. Don't worry, y'all. I ain't had no yayo today. My nose just been running. It's my allergies right now. The allergy season. No cocaine, no fake, none of that. It's just allergies. But hold up. So, Spiker.
Yes.
Tell us. First question I'm trying to ask all my guests. When did you first fall in love with the hip hop culture?
Wu-Tang Clan. I think I was about 13 years old.
What was the member from the Wu-Tang Clan that really, boom, gave you that my nigga?
So Method Man, but then later on, it was Old Dirty Bastard and his story.
The Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I always thought Method Man was the best MC out of the group.
Yeah.
Method Man and Ghostface.
Oh yeah, Ghostface Killer, yes, for sure.
Killer. Capadonna, my man too, but Ghostface Killer and Method Man, they were definitely the shiznick.
Definitely.
So that's what made you want to start rapping?
Nah, what made me want to start rapping is in middle school, I had a I had a childhood best friend from kindergarten that we actually came up in school. It was like 3 of us. And Wu-Tang heavily influenced. We was called the Dark Knights and shit. They called me the Lady Knight back then. And my friend he still is one of the illest rappers I know. And I was influenced by him and was like a protege to him. And then I just, I outgrow people and do my own thing.
Look at them dimples. Show them dimples, girl. Let me see them dimples. Ah! Nah. But yo, so what part of Jersey was that when you started rapping? What part of Jersey?
So I'm from Long Branch.
Long Branch, the beach area where the pretty sand is. Yeah, we used to travel to Long Branch, Allah's Paradise, all that spot. There's some bad shorties out there back in the day, boy. I would not fuck with no chicks from Elizabeth. I'm like, nope. Well, Allentown get me one. But yo, so when did you start? So when you started rapping, when did you start taking off with your hip hop career?
So I was taking off in my earlier years. I've opened up for, what was they called? I don't want no, the Scrub Dudes. Was they Sporty Thieves?
40 Thieves, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had opened up shows for Sporty
I want no bird. A bird is, they can't get no love from me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was I ended up taking the Islamic route, taking Shahada, you know, and I had left a lot of things that was a part of who I am alone, and I stopped doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what happens. Some people, like, just because you become a Muslim, don't mean you have to give your life of what you love doing. A lot of people don't understand that. I was born and raised in the 5% Nation of God's nurse. But before that, my father was a minister of the Nation of Islam.
So yeah, that's some of my path that I walked. I you know, was born into the Muslim faith. It got heavier as I got older because I kind of like switched to the Salafiyah, you know what I'm saying? And when I switched to the Salafiyah, everything, because I got knowledge of self and knowledge 120 by the time I was 18.
Yeah, I knowledge 120 in 120 days and knowledge wisdom. My old God gave me my lessons when I was 12. On my 12th birthday, he was like, he gave me the whole 120. He was like, you got 120 days to knowledge 120 degrees.
So listen, so I knowledge 120 when I was 18. When I was finished, my mom had a friend who was in the industry and shit, and he's a Mason. And I'm asking him, I'm like, the day I knowledge 120, I'm like, I want to know where the 360 at. So he told me, I had forgot, my mom reminded me later on, he like, yo, you're going to either become a Muslim or more. And I actually took Shahada, and I took Shahada because it was FOI growing up for me. Then I took Shahada, 23, I took Shahada.
Yeah. 10
years after that, I entered into I'm over 360 degree more, you know what I'm saying? And and then after that I went to other chambers. So definitely
understand 360 degrees. That's a cipher. That means that's the everlasting cipher. It's no beginning and no ending. You go around and around and around and around. You know what I'm saying? So when you said it's 360 degrees, it's all right there.
Nah, it's more
120 knowledge, 120 wisdom, and 120 understanding.
It go above. Let me tell you something, brother. It go above 360.
Cipher. When we dealing with the 5% Nation, I don't understand that other people see certain things different, and you know, we all got our own see of things. I see what I learned and what I study is what I came up, and I stick to that because ain't nothing like the purity of truth. That's how I see it.
So you know, I just want to enlighten you and expand you, right?
I hear you.
The knowledge is infinite.
The knowledge is definitely infinite.
The knowledge is infinite. And 360 degrees is a major critical point. But there's other things. It go up, bruh.
No, 360 degrees means infinite.
Yeah.
A cipher is infinite.
Yeah.
Round and round and round.
Well, listen. You know the square 362. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
truth for square. I know the truth for square too.
Yeah.
I got to.
Feel me?
We all got the truth for square. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
360 degrees every angle. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's just different. It's just different measurements. But
that's it.
Yes. You know, so I got you. I know you're trying to enlighten the God, but you also know that your wisdom. So, but you're secondary, but very most necessary.
Let me tell you this. Yeah, back in the day, but at this point, can't nobody tell me who I am because I am that I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than knowledge and wisdom. I'm all things.
All right, I hear you. I'm not gonna argue with you about that. I'm gonna be. We're gonna hear about what you said. Peace. 777. But
there we go. 777 degrees just entered the building.
Definitely. So tell me. Once you realized that you was way above this, it was more into medium. When did you realize that? How old was you when you realized that?
Let's see. So I'm gonna say around 23 years old. After I took Shahada, it's like I'm so advanced. I end up going back to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you can't go from a wise scientist to studying Orthodox Islam where they're trying to control your mind and how you think.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
So they're telling, so I'm going from, the first thing I learned when I, was getting knowledge yourself is never take nothing on face value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going into the Orthodox, section of knowledge of Islam, first of all, they telling you can't question them about certain things and things like that. Women is deficient in their deen and intellect. And then when I started really pondering over these things. And listen, it got to the point where I was sending my husband at the time to the scholars with my philosophies. They ain't want to debate that though. You know what I'm saying? Because,
because women aren't supposed to know much like that.
That's what they say.
I know.
But last I checked, they all came up out of a woman's hole.
Yeah, through the seed of a man.
Mm-hmm. There's stories about certain individuals having babies without a man because woman is the first man and you're the son of man. See, we born with our eggs in us. Ain't no seed from a man. We the one with the seed. We born with the egg.
Yeah, I born the egg, and we got the son to make sure that egg is fertilized.
Right. What we need is a spark to germinate the seed.
And that spark comes from God, comes from true living God.
Comes from electricity.
We ain't gonna get on all that right now because we cool, and I got mad love for you, and I don't want to have to come out there and put my hands on you. So we gonna just stay off the religious shit and all that, and we gonna get back into what made you want to become what you became.
What made me want to become? I was just growing into who I am. Maturing as a woman.
Yeah.
The
first reading you did.
But you know what I did learn later on from shout out A.A. Rashid, right?
Yeah.
A.A. Rashid told me that when you are 12 and 13, around that age, whatever you was doing at that point, that's what your life purpose and your life mission is. So at 13, I was doing readings for people because, I was actually doing readings for people when I was 5. Like I used to give my grandfather's numbers to go to the racetrack. He would win and then give me like $5 when he won. When I was 12, I stumbled across the Rider Waite deck. I was very drawn to it. So I had already been reading. Then I got my hands on some tarot at the age of 12. I was also, and then 12, 13 years old, I'm writing my own music. But in school, I went through the gifted and talented program. So as you can see, I was supposed to, according to my Odu, I was supposed to been famous. However, it talks about in my Odu how I turned it down because I really am not the type that like to be in the limelight. I like to be behind the scenes.
I feel you. Me, I was when I came up, I was always the biggest kid in class since pre-K. Well, I put it like this: I started walking when I was 8, 9 months. And the first place I walked was to the fucking refrigerator. So I knew I was gonna have a love for food. So I loved cooking while I was growing up. That was one of my loves. And like you said, I used to give numbers to my grandmother's family friend. He used to play the pickers all the time. And he used to like, give me a number. He used to give him numbers. And every time he would hit the numbers I gave him. And he'd give me like $20 bill here and there. Every time he gave me like a 20, you know what I'm saying? I was young. I was like, probably like
that was a lot of money back then, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of money in a kindergarten and first grade, just giving out numbers. I just love going to their cookouts because there'd be a bunch of guys there at the cookout, a bunch of people, and they all played the numbers. And I would give all the numbers. And a lot of times they play the same numbers and they be mad as hell because they hit.
That's funny because it's like you've been gambling in the gambling thing. My grandfather had me gambling at the racetrack and all kind of shit. I'm not a gambler anymore, by the way, but because I
gamble, but I don't gamble with my money. I might gamble with my life sometimes because I do a lot of things, or I say a lot of things that other people don't like.
Right.
But I live past my life expectancy basically. People tell me I was going to die before I was 21. I'm 45 now.
Praise the Most High for that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the streets, it hit me like a ton of bricks because I went from a nice house, a beautiful neighborhood, all the neighbors who was friendly, to ducking bullets in Pioneer Homes projects. Before I went to Pioneer Homes, I was on South Park Street in Elizabeth. It had a sign on my block. I lived right in the corner. My house was like one house from the corner, around the street signs on top where the lights is. Hold up, myself. Let me put myself back in here. On top where the lights is, where the street signs at, the top, all the way to the top where the street lights is, they had a sign that said, if you buy or sell drugs here, you're going to jail. That was a culture shock for me because I wasn't used to that.
That's spiritual too.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow. So I stayed there on South Park Street for 2 years until my mother got her apartment in the projects, Pioneer Homes. Once she got her apartment in Pioneer Homes, I moved to the projects, and that was a culture shock for me. That was worse than South Park Street and everything. That's when E4 Posse was running around terrorized. A lot of the guys from E4 Posse was good dudes that came with a messed up situation. A lot of our parents was addicts. So what we did to basically survive. If you wasn't dealing with surviving for food in your mouth and clothes in your back, you were surviving not to be the sheep. You'd rather be a wolf than a sheep. So I took that stance. I'm like, yo, these niggas just jumped me all while I was growing up. Now I'm the wolf. They don't want no sauce. They want peace. You know what I'm saying?
Peace and war, two sides of the same coin.
True.
You know, I just wanted to say about all my peoples that was put in the projects and things like that. I mean, they, like how I told you, if you sell drugs here, I'm paraphrasing, you going down, whatever, they got to give fair warning. The other thing is the world that we live in is highly experimentation. Even when I was studying the Quranic, they kept saying that this life ain't nothing but a test. So when I started looking up synonyms for test, the word experiment came up. Yeah. So they're experimenting on people by putting them in a project. You talking about royal people, putting them in projects, okay? And then it start going into the genocide.
Yeah.
Okay, giving drugs to the community so they can mess us up generation after generation. So I want to give the message out that there's a lot of people who took, I know that they had to be around 13, 12 years old when they seen some gangster. They start naming themselves after these gangsters, and they took the gangster programming because it seemed like, okay, hey, I could, you know, that's a path. I want to be like them. But who are you outside of being a gangster? Who are you outside of your gang? Who are you? Like, you're not even at your full potential as a man, because you know, I see a lot of men, they still want to be gangsters still. They still traveling that path. When in reality, at what point are you going to overcome that shit and be who you really are? Not saying that ain't a part of who you are, but if you wasn't influenced by who they showed you on that TV, who would you be?
Facts. And like, you're right about that, because with me, I never took to gang life or gang activity because I always had knowledge of self. I always called myself a one-man army. I used to listen to when ODB came out with that shit.
I'm the one-man army, A son.
I never been taken out. So I consider myself the one-man army because all the shit I've been through growing up at the time, they never took me out. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't your timing, man. Some people have heavy spiritual protection.
Yeah. And I believe, you know what I'm saying? I believe my stars was aligning back then, like, nah, you ain't going nowhere yet. You still got work to do. You know what I'm saying? And I still got work to do. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still on YouTube. That's why I'm still in the streets doing what I do to help people when I get a chance to, when I can afford to. Because
that's the way to go. And have good character. Always have good character. If you move in good character, you're going to always be protected.
Yeah.
Good character don't mean you're not going to get busy if you have to. Because like I said, with peace come war.
Facts. If I have to get busy, I would get busy. But if I don't have to, there's no need for me to even do it. because it's nobody's worth my soul.
No.
So like
we here to develop our souls and to, expand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But so nobody's worth my soul. So I'm not gonna let nobody push me to the point where I'm gonna get myself. How my grandfather used to say it. But I'm gonna tell you how my grandfather said it. Don't let these pussy niggas put you in a trick bag, why? Don't let these pussy niggas put you in a trick bag and have you going out this world for the rest of your life in prison or dead. Renee Adams, peace, Queen. Thanks for coming through. So that I always kept that in mind. My grandfather, one thing I said, my grandfather was a gangster. He used to work for the Gambinos. He used to deliver clothes. But when you're delivering clothes for the Gambinos, you know what you're really delivering.
Yeah. Because my grandfather, when I was coming up, people used to be like, oh, damn, you so gangster. However, it's my grandfather that made me be like that and even my mother says her father taught her to be an independent woman. When I was coming up, my grandfather taught me how to box and how to shoot a pistol, how to knock a nigga out. Yeah. So, and I don't like bullies. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I do on KONJBTV when we bully the motherfucking bullies.
Yeah, I don't like bullies, yo. Bullies is motherfucking insecure in themselves and they trying to project that shit onto somebody else. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But my grandfather taught me I done knocked out a couple niggas coming up in my, where I'm from. But besides all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather I could still drop my grandfather's name to big time people in the city. Like, he used to run for them. He used to do runs for the mafia. He was a highly respected man.
Facts. And my grandfather and my father both. My father, he was a minister of the Nation of Islam. He was a minister of Temple No. 7 in Harlem. Yeah. A minister of Temple No. 5 in Newark, and a minister of the Temple in Philly. So he was running with the Philadelphia Black Mob / it was Philadelphia, New Jersey Black Mob. People don't understand. People just think it was the Philly Black Mob. It was the Philly / New Jersey Black Mob because they all was NOI and they all was gangster. They was extorting the mafia.
Yeah, I heard stories like that.
Facts. And a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of old school Italian mothers, when they realized who my father was, the first day they wasn't even talking to my grandfather. When they realized who my father was, they gave me mad love. They used to give me shit. I go into a little bodega or something. They used to have all the Italian spots in Elizabeth. You walk into the store, you know what I'm saying? I used to walk into the strip clubs at a young age, and they'd be like, boy, you know you ain't supposed to be here. They'd be like, that's little Tony right there. And they'd be like, come on in, come in here. Let me tell you about your father. Or let me tell you about your grandfather. Or let me tell you about this and that person. So my father was big on bank robberies. He didn't sell drugs. He robbed drug dealers. He robbed banks. Mm-hmm. That was his get down.
Yeah.
At the time, most of the black men in NOI at that time was addicted to heroin. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah, that's deep.
My father was addicted to heroin. A lot of the NOI brothers was addicted to heroin. Mm-hmm. That's why they was robbing banks and stuff to take care of their family and feed their habit. That's why they was robbing drug dealers to feed their habit. A lot of people won't say it. A lot of people might get mad that I'm even putting it out there, but it's actual fact.
Yeah.
It's actual fact. The reason I say it's actual fact because I lived it, I seen it, I know it.
Shit, my father sat me down when I was 13 years old and was telling me how he was a functioning addict. He told me he was an addict, and then he told me he's a functional addict. That's the first time I ever heard the term functional addict. So basically, looking at him, you could not tell he was on drugs because he always kept a job and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that era.
Yeah, that's that era. Like how our era was weed and pills and shit. Their era was heroin, cocaine, and crack.
Right.
And I know a lot of functional addicts back then. Mm-hmm. But nobody's never a functional addict but for so long.
Right, right.
Demon will get control of you and take you up out of here or make you a person that you would never thought you would be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know my mother been clean for 26 years now. I respect her, love her. That's what she did. She did it for herself. She did it for us. She did it for her grandbabies. She's been 26 years. But at one time, when I was in the 6th grade, I remember my mother getting high. That's the first time I ever realized my mother was an addict. Was in the 6th grade. Before that, I didn't know. One day I was, I'm gonna tell you, she was walking me to school, and she had my sister in run in front of her, right? And she said, "Y'all go and play." She's like, "Yeah, quiet." She's like, "Quiet, block me." And I was walking in front of her, blocking her while she was sniffing her dope. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I always remember that. And I never looked at my mother any different because, like I said, that's my mother. She gave me life. As I got older, I see things wrong with it. As I got older, I did things that I'm not proud that I did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I sniffed coke. You know what I'm saying? I popped pills. You know what I'm saying? I shot dudes. I sold so much drugs in Elizabeth that I could have the whole city nodding or speedballing. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And once I didn't realize all the commotion and all the stuff I caused. You know what I'm saying? Right. All the pain, all the homeless people. Only thing I seen was what I was getting at the deal. Yo, I got me some fresh new kicks. I got me a new car. I got me a fresh ass 8-bar Sherlin. You know what I'm saying?
Selling our soul for material. What did Tupac say? For material wishes, fast cars, and bitches.
Yeah. And I was, you know what? And I was getting a lot of bitches at the time. Because at one time, man, I'm gonna tell you, my first time that I ever with a woman, I was like 11 years old, and she was like 16 or 17. She was from Trenton, and she wasn't cute at all. I was looking for my little cousin. She's like, "Oh, they went running around. They by the train tracks." That's when we lived on Sherman Avenue Trail. So I went to the train tracks with her. We had a little clubhouse over there. It was a couch. She pushed me down, got on top of me. I guess my thing knew what to do, and it happened.
How old was you?
I was 11.
And how old was she?
16.
So you see the trauma that some of you men have went through, and I just want to say this, right? So we got a 16-year-old messing with having intercourse with an 11-year-old, and then by the time the men get to be in they 30s, 40s, they 50s, they have issues with connecting with the women and maintaining a healthy relationship because of post-traumatic stress of childhood stress. You know, things that traumatize them in their childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And you know what? And that's why I think make me mess with a lot of women at a young age.
Yeah.
I used to be having like 10 girls at a time. And I was able to juggle the motherfuckers.
But let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Having 10 women at a time, what I'm trying to ask is, you're taking in, because what happens is you're creating these
different energies.
Right, y'all creating soul ties and shit that y'all never even cut those soul ties even up to this day. So I wanted to know, how do you know if you really love and care for women? Is that even something that y'all wanted to experience, or is every woman just a hoe?
Nah, me, I could say, for actual fact, once I became older, I was looking for more of a family life, family structure, a family structure I didn't have. So yeah, I had 3 kids that each were 2 years apart, but different women.
Yes.
Because I was looking for that love. My 18-year-old son, I was with mother like 6.5, 7 years. That was the longest relationship I had, even through both my marriages. My first marriage, I was married like 6.5 years, but we was only living together for like 3 of them years. Mm-hmm. The second marriage lasted 18 months. That was like a Cali bid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was like, yo, you know what I mean? But I've been single for so long because I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and I know what I need. And like I said, I might play around a little bit, but they would never get the soul of the God. How my grandfather said, hard dick and bubble gum.
Hard dick and bubble gum. See, these the programmers that, you know, because like from, you know, what I'm seeing going on in today's time, I'm gonna say I see men that got husbands and women who don't. It's fucked up right now in life.
Oh, ho.
No, listen to the point I'm trying to make.
Hold on. No. Rewind that shit again.
So you saying hard dick and bubble gum, right? There's a part that was going on in my mind that I didn't speak, but I answered it. So this is what was going on in my mind. Yeah. Hard dick and bubble gum. That's just using the sexual energy, playing around with it with different women. That's all they getting from you is hard dick and bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Do you have, not you, but in general, do men have anything else to offer? Do women have anything else to offer? Because a lot of the clients that come to me, they're having a hard time with these men. It's like the men don't want them to be a good woman, but when they respond toxically to the men is for it, right? So if they busting your car windows out, pulling up on you, trying to fight over you, all that chasing after you, the men is going for those type of women. But then the woman who's reserved, know her quality, know her worth. All she want to do is be a good woman to you. Maybe the traditional way how it used to be, which we ain't in the traditional times anymore. The men is going more for and let me tell you something. I don't judge women. If a man want to go for a prostitute or these labels that they put on the women, a thought whore, prostitute, hoe, any woman at any time can be one of those labels by laying down with the wrong man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I see when it comes to relationships that the homosexuals are getting married to each other, building the life that the family structure that you want. These homosexuals are able to get married, generate funding, adopt some children, and they're able to get married and maintain some type of family structure and union. But when it comes to our people, is give the women hard dick and bubble gum, or fuck on this nigga and get his money, and they're not building.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say about that. Like, I believe in polygamy. You think what I'm saying? I believe in polygamy because I believe in building nations. And polygamy, that helps build nations because you gotta understand it's a real shortage of men out here. And there's a lot of lonely women that's going to women because either the man is messed up, the man is a homosexual, the man is in prison, or the man is a player.
All by design.
All by design.
All by design. It's symptoms of a greater illness. You know what I'm saying? In our bloodline and community.
Greater oppression.
We are oppressed. Yes, we are.
That's an oppression. People don't understand. People don't say it's oppression, but that's oppression. Because, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what I learned growing up. All the baddest, prettiest girls mess with either the jocks, the big time drug dealers. They didn't want no dude that was nerdy, that was good looking and nerdy. They want a thug.
Programmed. They was programmed to want that. You know what I'm saying?
Want that.
Yeah.
What they see on TV, all the blaxploitation films.
That's the biggest programming box to tell you, stay tuned for the following program. Like, that's the box that they program us with, is the TV.
My television, the idiot box.
Yeah, and I was a psychology major, so it ain't just the TV. It's the environments that stage, like they stage the ghettos that look like that. Then they stage the rich neighborhoods that look like that. Then it's the chemicals. It's this chemicals and electrical impulses. Yeah. So some of the chemicals could be, they're manipulating the hormones in men's bodies to make them more feminine. They're manipulating the hormones in women's body to make them more masculine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of chemicals that's doing that, because I seen a thug nigga that only mess with women become a crackhead and start fucking with men.
So look at that chemical and how it formed that person's behavior. Because drugs is chemicals that people are ingesting, inhaling, sniffing, and all kind of shit, and it definitely changes the behavior.
Yeah, true indeed.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Or a lot of people they know it, but they don't want to know it. They think it's not gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I seen some homeboys I had that was addicted to that heroin that they grew up together. And they did some strange shit for some change to get that dope. So
they was out there sucking, you know what?
Man, I seen them running around in the hood with she's, you know what I'm saying? Trans women, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about this, this is my homegirl, she's working for me. She said she's tricking for him to get him his drug. But what are you doing for? I mean, it's not she part herself. Excuse me. It's tricking for him to get him his drug. But what are you doing for it?
They got a relationship behind the scenes and they intimate. You feel me?
Yeah, true. And that's what it is. Now, tell me. Now we got off the subject. We on everything else, but tell me when tell me the story about how you met Paparazzi Poe or the Alpo or the whole Alpo situation.
All right, so I'm gonna take it back to 2013 and try to give you a crash course or whatever.
Yeah.
2013, I had went through some major. I was living up in Newark, right? I had went through some major trauma. So by that time, I'm a Moor, right? So I got a group of Moors that they my squad. We do everything together. And we was out in Irvington and bumped into this Botanica. So we went up in there and the man is telling us everything the hell we was just talking about in the car and everything. Like, so we walk up in there and he on us, like telling us everything. So we end up getting a reading from him. And for me, I was at the time I was married to a Muslim brother, but my children had been taken from the government. That was like a major battle for me. So when my children was taken, like my husband at the time, he's Muslim and shit. We was all Muslim practicing Salafiyah. It was really nothing he could do to console me. So I was kind of like getting something called a kula from him, a divorce, where I'm trying to go my own separate way. So I was asking the spiritual father about me getting married. And he was giving me a description of my husband, where he told me that my husband was a gangster, you know what I'm saying? He was locked up, but I was going to meet him when he came home, and certain things that, you know what I'm saying, he was going to do, this, that, and the third. So since I had my own gifts and abilities, like I said, when I became Muslim, I shut a lot of my things, rapping.
Peace, Maurice. Peace, Ray Castro. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate y'all. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I had shut off doing a lot of things. One of the things was, like I said, at 12, I was already reading people and things like that. And so I got back on my path and shit. So I started looking into the future to find out, like, damn, who is this husband? How the hell do I end up with a gangster that's a killer and all this shit? So I'm doing all this research, right? All the research, writing it down in these books. Then I got all the books, bro. Like, I got over 20-something books, which by, let me see, in 2019, Alpo Martinez come across my timeline. So he was Hispanic, he was a gangster, he came out of jail, killed his childhood friend. What else? Yeah, so that rang an alarm for me. So I'm like, oh, maybe let me reach out to him.
Yeah. So
I hit up Miss T, and I got a phone call back in the morning. She's asking me, like, what business, what do I want with him? And I'm like, it's about prophecies. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to tell her too much. I wanted to share the prophecies in my book with him.
Yeah.
So she was like, she going to forward the information to Alpo. And she said, God bless you, good luck type shit.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to leave it in God's hands because I'm not no bugaboo type female.
Yeah, true.
So I had already met Paparazzi Poe. I found him on Instagram. We connected. We start talking. He come out to the house. Like I said, I did spiritual services for him to help him elevate in life.
Yeah, true.
And you know what I'm saying? We ate together, broke bread. I came out to Harlem with him. He was showing me that, you know, he took me to the spot where his dad be at, where Alpo be at. And we sat in the car and shit. So I'm like, why don't you just introduce me to your dad now? He was like, nah, we can't just run up. I can't just run up on him with you like that. He's like, just give me. He said, I'm gonna introduce you in due time. But in between all of that stuff, I do music. You know, as an artist, I'm Bloody Mary. I'm on Instagram at Spike and the Mother Star, where I got all my like videos and things that I'm into on Instagram or whatever. And so what ended up happening was we about to do a feature together. So I'm like, well, how much you want? He like, yo, you family, yo, like give me a couple hundred. All right, no problem. So I sent him $100. Then over the time, I done sent him like 300. So I'm like, bro, what's up with the feature or whatever? So now, you know what I'm saying, me and him get into it real big. He apologized. First, he starts sending some of the money back. And then I'm like, he like, all right, now let's just keep going forward. So I sent him the money back. Like, all right, bro. He's like, I promise you this ain't going to happen again. This, that, and the third. What happened again? We ain't never get the thing. I sent over the raw vocals to his engineer. So he got the fucking song right now.
Yeah.
He got the raw vocals and all of that shit. He was basically telling me, because he doing me a favor, I'm going to have to wait. And I'm like, I don't need a favor from you, bro. I'm just as good as any of you niggas, like, when it comes to this rap shit. Yeah. So, he offered to give me my money back and never gave it back. And that's when we stopped talking, because now you owe me money.
Yeah.
So, you know, we stopped talking and shit. So, you know, that's how I ended up on the Jojo Capone. Shout out to him. He allowed me to use his platform to tell my story first. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Paparazzi Poe wouldn't come on to talk about it publicly. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, did you want to ask me anything else?
Oh yeah, all right. So when doing Jojo Capone, what made you reach out to Jojo Capone?
Everything for me is my spirit tell me, go to him. And then I have success. Like I went to Jojo, and that was like probably in the beginning of 2021. You know what I'm saying? He allowed me to come on that platform type shit.
All right. Yeah, I remember you was telling me, and I was like, you know how I am. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. I'm like,
yeah, the video out there. Jojo Capone posted it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so all right. So after that thing with Paparazzi Poe, I never got back in contact again.
Mm-mm.
When did you start feeling the other readings, feeling the other vibes with different people?
Oh, okay. So I used to watch your boy Ozone Odin. A lot of the people who was making videos about Alpo, I'm watching all of it so I could keep up with what's being written, what was written in my books that I got, and what's going on in real time. So I found Ozone Odin. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked his page. He was giving good information. So I think I started following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And me and Paparazzi Poe probably was talking on one of his posts or some shit. It was a post about Paparazzi Poe, this, that, and the third. This girl called Cherry from Poe Mafia.
Okay. We
start following each other somehow because she was commenting and liking my post on Ozone page.
Yeah.
So she came to me for a reading. She paid me for a couple readings. And you know, talking to her, see, the public didn't know. So she basically confided in me and told me Alpo ain't know nothing to give her permission to do that page. She did that page on her own, but the outside people was thinking that Alpo sanctioned it. Okay? Alpo didn't sanction the page.
Spiker, well, I'm gonna put your Instagram up here. What's your Instagram name?
Spica, S-P-I-C-A.
S-P-I-C-A.
The Mother Star, all one word.
Star. All right. And that's at Instagram. See, I'm doing this at Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Instagram or you know, Facebook, all of that.
All right. That's how people get. That's how y'all get in contact with. I'm gonna save it. Put you in there. Hold up. Put it across the screen. All right, there we go. And I got my other sis, rejuvenate.co on Instagram. She got facial products, y'all. That's my brother Born Seven Divine's Earth. You know, so we support her products.
Oh, I gotta check those out because every woman like beauty products.
Here go one of her facial scrubs right here. This shit I love this shit. And she also got, hold up. And she also got, hold up, I'll show you something else for herself. And she also got, after you use the scrub, you use this cream. This is the fucking best cream I ever had for my skin and my face. As y'all can see, I'm almost out, sis. I'm almost out the cream. We're gonna need another shipment. All right, but yo, all her stuff. So she's on Instagram and she's on YouTube with the same name. So you know what I'm saying? This is, let me show you. This is the honey one.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get your skin tight.
Yeah. I use my other bottles. The last bottle I got left. So you know what I'm saying? And then she got this apricot one right here. This is apricot. I think it's apricot, I'm not sure what it is. This is a good one too.
I don't know why I just thought that smell and tastes good.
Yeah, it do. So yeah, so I was all right. Shout out to my sis. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, guy. You know I got you, bro. Born Seven Divine. That's one of the gods. He's from Philly. When I went to go see this nigga, what's the nigga name? What's his nigga name? Hold up, what's his nigga name? He's from Camden. Dude name is French Vanilla. I mean that French Dose. Part I call him French Vanilla. French Dose. French Vanilla. French Dose. He's the one. I told this nigga French Dose. I'm like, meet me halfway. So we met at Asbury Park. The guy was in Asbury Park at the time. He met me at the train station. Me and Bill, we ate, we sit, we talked. You know what I'm saying? He been subscribed to me since I first started my channel. So he always showed me love. So I met him, and when I say you my friend, you're my brother. And that's how I'm gonna treat you. And that's how you treat me. The 5% Nation, man, that's how we're supposed to treat each other. You are our brother's keepers. And I'm gonna have Born Seven Divine on maybe after you, because he's from Philly, he got a lot of intel on Philly, so I'm gonna probably do him another day, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to continue your story, part yourself. Go ahead.
Shit, I forgot what part I was on.
You met Sherry, Pole Mafia, and y'all was exchanging stuff.
Oh yeah, so I read her a couple times. And like I was saying, she confided in me, and I never came. I could tell. I'm gonna tell my story because you know. But I kept her secret. I didn't go out telling nobody that. Nobody knew that Alpo didn't sanction that page because everybody on the outside thought that's an official Alpo page. She ran it very well, and I would advise her behind the scenes on certain things or whatever. So what ended up happening was, like I said, this is October, like around Halloween 2020. I leveled up spiritually, you know what I'm saying? And I had got something called an EFI reading.
Yeah.
And so I was sharing with her my reading.
Yeah.
So, because she was always interested in wanting to know what was in them books.
Okay.
Okay, she had little pictures of certain things that I'm showing her inside the books. So she, you know, prior to reading, I told her, you're going to meet Alpo. And she did meet him. Okay, yeah. She posted a picture up the night she met him. So she told me she was sitting with him, sitting with Alpo talking about me, this, that, and the third. So later on, when she wanted to know about the books, I just told her, said, listen, I'm on a journey to find my husband. I found, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being guided by my books and where I'm supposed to be at. I'm being guided, and I'm just, you know, I'm watching this shit manifest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that bothered Cherry because Cherry was in love with Alpo.
Okay.
Willing to do whatever, even front like this an Alpo page to get Alpo attention.
Yeah.
Get my point? So I noticed probably somehow it was like a while, because like I said, I don't be on face. I post my shit, but I don't be on there watching people shit and all of that. I really mind my business.
Yeah.
I noticed that I was going to go check to see how she was doing, because the last time we spoke and I was explaining to her my story about how so first of all, when I got the African Odu, I received some I had to receive some Orisha. Right? I had to receive some Orisha because the Odu was talking.
Hold on. Can you tell everybody what Orisha is? What Orisha is? Okay,
the Orisha are the divine attributes for the Yoruba people. The Orisha are the divine attributes of the supreme being Oludumare, his attributes in motion. They are forces of nature. Okay? So I had to receive some. One of the Orishas that came up inside my reading was Babaluaye, which we would say that he the one that guard over the pandemic. He the god of sickness and health. And you know what I'm saying? So inside my Odu, which is a binary code that God used to speak through mankind, which a Babalawo uses certain devices to bring down this Odu, it was telling me that my husband was going to have Babaluaye trailing behind him. So I needed protection, right? Because I was going to be meeting my husband soon. So I was telling Cherry all this. So yeah, based off of the reading I got in 2013, my spiritual journey up until this point, I was thinking that my husband was Alpo, but he was eliminated. So I know for a fact it ain't him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that during this time frame, I've been, because I started reading Cherry. She don't know, I don't need nobody's permission to read them. And I started this email, and I kept all, in 2019, I started an email, and I kept all keep my eyes on Alpo in the spirit realm, watching every fucking thing. I even got the death in there. Okay. The death, it was talking about how justice must take its course and this person can't escape it. He gets shot up by straight gun violence. I knew it was Alpo because the email was dedicated to Alpo, for me keeping my eyes on him spiritually to see what's going on, when I'm gonna meet him, all that shit.
Yeah.
So Cherry knew all this shit, but she didn't know that I was keeping readings on her too. And everything is timestamped. I can't fake no damn email of me writing down readings and sending it to myself. It's timestamped. It's already in there. Sure. And sometimes I'll go back reading it, but a lot of times I just write these shits. I'm talking about writings from 2013 to now.
Yeah.
But see, when it's inside the email, I could be talking to somebody, get a keyword. I'm like, oh, that shit sound familiar. Put it in the search engine, that fucking reading pop up. So it was easier for me to keep my readings inside the emails than writing them down in the books where I got to keep flipping through the pages to find what I'm looking for.
You understand? Yeah.
Right? And yeah, it's some disturbing shit inside of that email of the readings that I did for Cherry about her and what the hell was going to be happening with her and all this shit. Long story short, she had came out on the internet crying because when you was doing the Alpo page, you ain't want nobody to see your face. She was getting supposedly death threats and shit. People hitting her up, making death threats on Alpo. I was advising her in the back, you need to stay out of men's affairs. You don't fucking talk about that shit. You mind your fucking business and stay out of it. So, because obviously if you're going to be dealing with a dude like that, you can't be telling his business. You got to mind your fucking business. And for me, I wouldn't even want nobody know I was dealing with a dude like that. I be in the back so hard, like I don't want nobody to know.
Yeah, true.
So because I don't want nobody to hit me up because they got beef with that nigga. You feel me?
Yeah, true indeed. You're right.
So, boom. What ended up happening was she cut me off, and then next thing you know, she now a spiritual advisor trying to, I'm gonna say it like it is. You try to steal my identity. Be your damn self. I'm not saying that she ain't spiritual or nothing like that, but yeah, you had to block me in order to try to act like you a spiritual advisor now.
Oh, look, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What was some of the disturbing things between her and Alpo that you seen in her reading?
So it was talking about, first of all, at the end of the first reading she paid for from me, it was talking about, and be careful because somebody could get killed. And be careful because somebody can get killed. Now that's the reading she paid for, but I started looking into her shit on my own.
Yeah.
Inside this particular reading is talking about how this girl don't want nobody to know that she made a phone call, and the phone call caused a fight at some type of party, and that somebody ends up dead. So when I'm writing these stories, say it again.
Oh, so you got this dated back to when you first?
Yes, I got this shit. It's probably dated for 2019 or 2020.
2020. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can share it with you. I don't give a fuck.
I know. No. Share it with me so we can put it out there so people can see that you're not just making this shit up.
Nah, I can't make it up.
Yeah, true. I know no. Because you read me. You know, I really don't believe in it, but I trust you, so I let you read me. You told me some things that some was disturbing and some was good. You gave me good news. You gave me all right news. You didn't give me no totally bad news. You said if I don't do a certain thing, I might end up killing somebody and like in jail for the rest of my life.
Or I give you the advice on how you can escape the bad shit if you listen to what I'm telling you.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Rejuvenate.com. That's my sister right there. Yo, Rejuvenate. Hit Mecca the Mother Spice because she wanted to try some of your products.
Mecca the Mother Spice. Spike the Mother Spice.
Spiker the Mother Star. Part so Mecca the Mother Spice. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, Dave Vest said she loves readings.
Okay.
Yo, Dave, tell them how to get in contact with you so they'll know again. I put it up there. It's right there.
Okay, so you can get in contact with me toll free at 1-877-51-SPIKER. S as in Sam, P as in Paul.
Hold on. Let me put your number up there too. I didn't know you had a number, goddammit.
Yeah.
Put the number up there too. Hold up 1 second.
Go ahead, let him do it. It's 1-877-517-7422. But it's Spiker, 51 Spiker, 1-877-51 Spiker. You just text that number. I receive text messages on that number.
All right, no, what let me do? I got too much already up here, so write that number down. Matter of fact, put the number in the chat. I put it in the chat for you. What's the number again?
1-877-51 Spiker.
51.
Yep.
Spiker. 1-877-51 Spiker. Hold up. There you go. That's the in contact with her. The event, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. All right, so in the reading it says that it was a party. And he's gonna get a drama at the party. This was in 2020. You read it, 2019, right? You hear me?
Hold on.
All right. Yes, y'all, we getting into it today. We got Spiker, the Mother Star, here. She's doing readings. She's putting information out. That's the number 1-877-51 51 Spiker. 1-877-51 Spiker. Y'all can text or y'all can call.
Messed up you know, I couldn't hear.
Okay. So you said you got the readings from like 2019 of this happening.
Yeah. Yes, I surely do.
And the reading said that she was gonna make a phone call.
So this is what the readings say.
All right, go ahead.
I'm channeling Cherry's information. I'm channeling her energy, asking questions about her.
Yeah.
And I'm just writing. I write until all my cards is done.
Yeah.
So it's time stamped. I start writing on this date and time, and then when I email it, the finished timestamp is on the email. Right. So yeah, that's what it say. Twice I did a reading on her 2 times outside of what because she paid for like 2 or 3 readings. And then I read her on my own because I wanted to know. Of course, I'm going to keep my eyes on you too.
Yeah, true did.
Definitely, because if I think a nigga my husband, I'm protecting my husband from behind the scenes. Point blank, period. I'm protecting the nigga from behind the scenes.
Sure, as you should.
Yeah.
As you should. So she was so the reading saying that she made the call to get the drop on Alpo, basically.
I can't say. I'm just going to say what the readings say, and that's what the fuck it say in that story from 2020.
2020, okay. The reading said that. So it's not. So she said.
I'm not coming publicly blaming. That's heavy accusations that I will not put on that woman.
Yeah, not put on.
But we can't. Listen. I don't know what she into because it specifically says she don't want nobody to know. You want me to pull this shit up and read it?
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up and read it.
Give me a second. Let me find this shit real quick.
Yo, Capo, salute, big bruh. Salute, little bruh. Salute, bruh. How you, man? Peace to the God.
Damn, you know why it ain't letting me do this? Because it's in a different email than this one. And I use this email to click on the link to get the thing. So when I clicked on it, I'll get it to you after.
You do that.
Yeah.
And I know what I do? I use that as a screensaver. I put it, you know what I'm saying, so people can see the time stamp, the date that the reading was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? A lot of people skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Even I'm skeptical of readings, but I do believe it's a lot of truth in everything.
Well, let me explain this though. First of all, I'm gonna say that the books, my writings in my books is super intimate. It's about me and my damn husband. Even if I ain't meet him yet, I have a loyalty to my husband. You feel me?
Yeah, true.
So I don't want everybody knowing every fucking aspect of my intimacy of whatever. You know what I'm saying? And number 2, yeah, I'll definitely let you see. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because some things need to be put out there in the open.
I'm sorry. Well, you know, sometimes it's best we mind our business and stay out of shit.
Yo, she has dimples. She's the truth. She definitely does have dimples. A lot of dimples, Miss Yvette. The Yvette. My sister said my chat was too long. 4th time. Thank you for showing and sharing my products. Tell sisters natural. Can take a quick lick. I'd be happy to see
definitely. I definitely will support.
She said she'll be happy to see you some samples so you can. All right, yo, rejuvenate. This me and sis we build all the time, so I'll call y'all 3-way and I'll link it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll link it up. Tell the guy I call 3-way and I'll link it up so they can talk. And y'all can share your information and do what y'all do. Yo, hold up. You see what my man said? Hold on. Capo shout out. Look what he said. Can you read it?
Hold on, let me see. What it say? You guys make a good couple. Of course, listen, I got Venus in Aquarius, so whenever it comes to anything with like business and things like that, I do very well with the Aquarian energy by my side.
Say that shit, because Aquarius is the truth. Aquarius man is the truth. Especially if you got knowledge of stuff that he's got. He's extra truthful. But now, Yo, so when you told me that as soon as you heard what happened. I was like, yeah. I was like, wow.
So I'm gonna tell you how I found out, right?
Hold up. I even let my boy up for the debate Ozo Olden. I put him in on the secret. You know, I put him because I'm like, yo, because I fell. I'm like, yo, let him know. Don't get too close to this broad because broad might be a little, you know what I mean? Shaky. So I gotta protect my brother. I protect my sisters. I make sure that happens to nobody. Well,
you gotta think of her characters. First of all, she's a Scorpio.
Yeah,
number one.
They're evil, and they're evil.
I'm not calling them evil.
They are evil.
You're sneaky. You're conniving. You're manipulating. You're going and you creating profiles on the internet that ain't you. First you Alpo, now you me. Now you think you're a spiritual advisor, and you might very well be, because I have the ability to spark people on a path. But you're not gonna go. You had to block me to be a spiritual advisor. I would have encouraged her.
Oh, Capo said, what do you think about Geminis?
I love Geminis. My moon is Gemini. Gemini is the embodiment of the element of Eshu. Okay? The owner of the roads. It would be this Aleki right here. Gemini is Eshu. No talking in the spirit world to nobody except by Eshu's permission. So he's to be saluted first in everything.
Tanisha Payton. Good morning, Queen. Good morning. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Grand
be upon you too.
All right. We got Tanisha Payton in the building. That is my New Orleans love. They live in Atlanta, Georgia. So now, what's up, girl? Thanks for coming through. So yeah, go ahead and say what you were saying, because when you told me that, I had to hit my brother. Oh, I'm like, she told me I felt some foul shit about your girl.
I was supposed to read for Odin before, but he ain't never come back. I think Odin was scared. He was saying he was scared to get the reading, but now he got a spiritual advisor, probably her.
Okay. Yeah, he got a spiritual advisor, yeah. I don't know who a spiritual advisor is. But
because he went publicly begging for money on the internet.
Oh, she did? Yeah,
she was on Ozone page on the internet crying, showing her face. That's how I found out she was a spiritual advisor. Because and that's when she blocked me. That's how I found out I was blocked and shit. Like, she blocked me, and I'm like, damn, she did all that just so she could be and you was mad because I said I thought Alpo was my husband and that you was really liking him. Did I get mad when you met him and all that shit? I didn't get mad. I always supported. I'm not that type of female. I'm not a cock blocker, a hater, or a clout chaser.
Sure. I know, because we talk, like I said, we talk about everything. We've been talking about everything since I was in the halfway house. Oh, she said, yeah, Tanisha Payton said, yeah, she's panhandling.
Yeah, she was panhandling.
Yo, Capo, I got mad family in Orlando, the Davenports, man. The Davenports, Orlando strong, you know what I mean? Orlando, Miami. I got family in Tampa. And I got brothers in Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying? So Florida is my little hub. I go there, man, and I disappear sometimes. All right, yeah. Yeah, she's panhandling. But I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say it's the world is funny. The world will help black women and animals. But when a black man's in need, motherfuckers are shit on you. If we're doing bad, they fuck us over. Excuse my language, they mess us over. If we're doing bad, they mess us over. People don't understand. The reason I stayed in the halfway house so long is because I had no place to go because they took everything I had. I lost everything when I was to the feds. And the only person that supported me and put my CASHAPP on his channel and showed me love was Ozo Odin. That's why no matter what me and him go through, we still brothers. We can be mad at each other about something. Brothers fight. But you better not jump in the middle of that.
I don't get in the middle of nobody's shit. I'm not
talking about you. I'm talking about general, man.
Oh, yeah, like I'm not my business.
Now, I said, me and him can fight, but nobody else better get in the middle of that shit.
Yeah.
We're going to your head. Are you on your drive down to New Orleans, Tanisha Payton? Bring me back some of that gumbo. I want all turkey meat, Tanisha Payton, all turkey meat. Turkey sausage, turkey breast, chicken, whatever, everything right. And you can keep the shrimp, but you can put the what's that shit called? Lobster in there. I'll do some lobster tail in that shit. Nah, but yeah, so you know what I'm saying? When two brothers have a disagreement, nobody's supposed to bring their ass in it, period. So that's why I say we might have words one day, but the next day, first thing he said, he the first person in my chat saying, I love you, bro. You did? That's because everybody know we are brothers keepers. Even if I'm wrong, I'm right, nigga. Because I'm protecting you and vice versa. Even if you're wrong,
a lot of times people don't know who to trust.
I know.
And they be trusting the wrong motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, they do. I see that a lot. I see it a lot in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people see me, I might. You see my picture on Instagram.
So hold up. See what it is he probably got a reading from her. She probably one of them reading that's always telling some nigga some bad shit. So now he don't trust you because some reading he got from her. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Salute, baby Grizz. Thanks. Peace to you, brother. That could be, but man, he could. I know my brother trust because if he didn't trust me, we know a lot of shit about each other. You know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly why a motherfucker couldn't trust.
Yeah.
If you know so much shit about a motherfucker, that's a frenemy. You keep your enemies close and your friends close, whatever the saying is. At some fucking point, if you know that much about somebody, you could become a liability to them.
Yeah. But if you truly love a person, like I said, I call a person
Brother, get your ass killed, bro.
I know. But when I call a person my friend, I call a person my family. You my brother. You my friend.
I definitely get where you coming from.
Because I got a lot of motherfuckers that are just associates. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes when a female is added to some shit, it causes a war.
That's what we talked about that shit before. We talked about that. Sometimes when females get a mix, they can mix shit up and cause a war.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as it's an equal yoke, an equal balance, a war turn back to love any day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I said, only time I hold a grudge, I had a grudge with one nigga, and I'll hold a grudge for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he betrayed me in a way. He didn't just snitch on me, try to throw drugs by me when the police ran down on us, and go to the cops on me. This nigga would slide behind my back, mess with my baby moms. And we used to get, you know what I'm saying? The whole nine. So it's a lot of things. I put clothes in this nigga back. The niggas wear my clothes because his father was a truck driver, but father wouldn't buy him shit. Knowledge is a key. Thank you. I appreciate it. His father was a truck driver, but his father wouldn't buy him that. So I would give him my stuff. Me and my cousin give him my stuff that we gotta do something like, yo, he got this, bro. Well, he gonna take these sneakers, man. They knew. I only wore them a couple of times. I pull him on hustling because he was always around. And if you always around, eat off my pockets, eat off my plate, you might as well put something back on my plate.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's the only person that I can say in my life, besides the motherfucker who tried to do something when I was a kid, that I can never forgive. Because I treated you like a brother and you treated me like your mortal enemy. Then what I'm saying, you called the police on me, dog, because I caught you and my chick together and I aired you out. This nigga, you ran and left the chick and flagged down the police officers. Mr.
He must have been scared for his life. When you start playing with a man's woman, you listen, in Islam, a nigga could kill over the honor of his wife.
Yeah.
Period.
He flagged the cops down. It took I'll keep it real. It's about 10 cops to subdue me. They maced me like with 2 different maces. I was slamming cops all over the cars and shit. I'm young as hell. I'm like 23. I just came home from doing for some change at a 5-year sentence. So I'm cocky. Get out of here. I'm going to kill this nigga. So by the time they maced me, by the time the mace start kicking in, like about 10 minutes later, they finally subdued me. They couldn't put me in cuffs, so they just threw me in the back of the car. My wrist was too big for the cuffs, so they just threw me in the back of the car. And when they threw me in the back of the car, they was like, just calm down. Yo, Mr. Dapper, we know who you are. We know what you're about. Just calm down. We ain't gonna. They didn't want to. They didn't even charge me with resisting arrest because they could see what was going on.
Yeah.
And the nigga came to the window. This is what this punk ass nigga said. If you promise not to do nothing to me, I'll bail you out. I like, nigga, you bail me, I'm gonna kill you. I was young, I was wild, and I was stupid. That could have got me terrorist threats and kept in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the police understood, and so
it would have been a crime of passion.
Yeah. And they and yo, and it makes it so bad when I got locked up. It was a fucking Friday.
Damn. So your ass had to sit for the weekend.
I had to sit for the motherfucking weekend because my grandmother and my mother, they was down in Charlotte, North Carolina, visiting my aunt. So I had nobody I could trust to go get my money to bail me out. But I sat for the weekend, and that Monday, they came home early for their trip. When they came home, I went to court. The court R&R me. Old girl didn't show up. She never showed up to court. He never showed up to court. Ever, so they threw the shit out.
Yeah. Because you know the bonds only last for 72 hours.
The what?
The bonds that they create when you get locked up, they expire. They last for 72 hours before they mature, certain bonds. So that's why they got to get you to the judge within 72 hours for due process. Yeah,
because they told me when I was in there, that Friday, they told me my bail. They had my bail at $50,000. Like, who the fuck did I kill? $50,000 for?
Yeah, brother, this is a money-making business. What you talking about?
But that money when I went to court, they was like R&R. Wow, they didn't show up to court. Nobody showed up to court. They let me go. The police, they asked the police, the police want to press charges. The police like, no, we don't want to press charges on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that saved my ass from having domestic violence and an aggravating assault on my homeboy. But I was gonna kill that nigga. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what saved this man. You know when you wouldn't know question shot come from the sandbox, from kindergarten. You know their family, their father, their mother become like your father, their mother. Their sister become like your sister. And his father, I'm gonna his father begged me like, y'all know my real name. I don't give. I say my real name. He's the father like, Young, please don't kill my son. I know he's a foul piece of shit, but don't kill my son. I'm like, man.
You know, the problem be that everybody value things differently. So you might have placed more value on him than he had placed on, you know, how he feels your value to him.
Yeah.
It goes off of a person's character. That's why we have to watch people's characters.
Costa Don shit talk. Salute, bruh. Costa Don from Brick City. He said you're beautiful.
Thank you. May the Most High make me more beautiful than you think of me.
There we go. Clap that up. Clap that up. Shit. Because I'm trying to be more handsome than I am, too. You know what I'm saying? Lang, lang. But no. But Mecca. I mean, oh, shit. Spiker and Mother Star. I know it. I call her by a real name, so that's Spiker and Mother Star. I can't get with it.
Mother Star Mary, because my name is Mary. Spiker and Mother Star is the Virgin Mary.
Spiker and Mother Star, the Virgin Mary. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Constantine, shit talk. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that love, man. But Spiker and Mother Star. Now tell anybody else what's your future plans and what you got in store in the upcoming time.
So obviously I got new music and music videos coming out.
All right. And I will promote them on my show if you want me to. You can send me the videos.
I'll definitely appreciate you.
And I throw it up there so everybody can check your workout.
Yeah.
So she got some junk in that trunk, boy.
Oh please.
She got super junk. That's super junk in that trunk. Y'all see that video? Y'all be like, wowza. She's the only big girl. She's the only girl that's her size that I ever been attracted to. And she got them dimples. Damn.
Did you just say? I'm the only big girl you ever been attracted to.
Like, I'm to your size that I've been attracted to.
Oh wow.
Now, physical attraction is a must to me. I like a woman with a pretty face. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Them dimples, that take it out. Tanisha Payton, that gonna be my 2 wives in a minute.
She gonna be your wife because I'm gonna be an independent, self-sufficient female. I ain't no mixing fluids over here.
Ain't gonna be no mixing fluids. It's gonna be called what they call it again?
Nah, that's for them women who not mentally where I'm at. I don't need no husband. Nah, I'm cool. I'm good.
You know, I gotta mess with you. I always mess with you.
No, but you know something? I got a video on my YouTube channel about the origins of polygyny and where I feel it come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a deep concept because that's where it come from in my eyes.
Where you feel it come from? I feel it come from them nasty ass Italians. And
I feel it came from. There's a story in the Book of Enoch about the fallen ones that came down to the earth, and they seen the women, and they gave up the kingdom of heaven to come down here and fuck on women, and they started having children with these women. Okay, that's where it comes from, because at this particular junction, you're subjugating women by saying, hey, I've seen this one, I want her, I want her, I want her, not giving these women any type of say so, and you marrying these women, because technically marriage is when you stick your penis in a woman, it's what make marriage.
That's why
not no paper at the courthouse. So you could tell that Solomon was one of their sons, because they said Solomon had over 700 women.
Star McBride said, I like you as Spiker the Mother Star. Star McBride said, I like you as Spiker the Mother Star.
Thank you.
All right. So now we now you said that what you were saying about the children, whatever.
So let me just say this, right? When you hear the name Yaquan, who you think is Yaquan? Is that a white dude, a black dude, an Asian dude? Who is Yaquan?
Yaquan, I consider that a black dude.
That's the black nigga. But that's the name of the fallen. That's the name of the so-called fallen angel that came down here, seen these women, and said, "Yo," told the rest of them like, "Yo, we about to go down there and smash all of them."
They got some big booties.
They got some big booties.
The big.
Y'all they sons. And so that's what you gotta go check my video out. That's what I'm talking about in the video. And they also talk about how they want to teach us spirituality and religion. Oh, you need to be like it's subjugation of the woman.
All right, child. I'm gonna do it like this, child. Once a week, me and my girl Mary we'll come up here and do something for y'all. We're gonna build her podcast up to her YouTube. We're gonna bring it through. We're gonna let y'all talk to her, ask questions. You know what I'm saying? She gonna answer the chat sometimes, which I want to know. Once a week, see how that. You know what I'm saying? I want her shit to blow up. I want her music to blow up. Like I said, I'm my brother. I'm my brothers and my sister keeper. Period. No matter what. It's not all about getting the buns, dog. The buns come with time. Get money. If you build it, the women will come. I'm building though, you know what I'm saying? I'm building right now. But Spiker, we definitely gonna have to do this again. Her channel is Spiker the Mother Star on Instagram and on YouTube, right?
Yes, Facebook.
And Facebook. Spiker the Mother Star, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's
and on Twitter it's Spiker Mother Star. Snapchat, Spiker Mother Star. So sometimes if I can't fit the T, it's Spiker Mother Star. But it's Spiker the Mother Star. So
y'all, I gave y'all my 2 hours of the day. I gotta get some rest because the guy gotta get that bread later. You dig? Yo, Ascena Phoenix, shout out to you too, bro. Salute. Peace and 5% Nation of God's enough. Earth. Yo, we out of here. Yo, Spiker, I'm gonna hit you. As soon as we get them, we'll hit you.
Okay. Right? Peace and love, everybody.